What up, what up? Welcome back to 5 Minutes of F&I with your guy, Evan, a.k.a. The Money Man. Last time we talked about organization is scale. We got to build things that are scalable. We talk about that all the time, not just in finance, but in the dealership, right? We want to start with something, a process that is scalable, build for the future, and being organized is the base of that, right? Well, today we're going to be talking about a couple key parts of that building foundational block in the finance office. One of those being call the banks, right? It sounds so simple, but yet we're not doing it enough and we're not capturing enough business. Automotive News sent out this little insert that says dealerships are obviously losing more finance deals than they have in the past, right? What does that lead to? Not only does it lead to missed dollars, but it leads to missed loyalty. The more steps, the more intertangled that we can get that person in the dealership's web, the more likely that they're going to be loyal to us for a longer period of time. So capturing their financing is crucial. It's not only crucial for us, but it's crucial for the customer because reality, we can actually get them a little bit better of a deal than what they've been getting in the past. And we don't want to have all of their eggs in one basket, so to speak. I don't want them to have their home, their boat, their personal financing, their auto all tied into one place. We got to diversify the portfolio, which helps build the credit, which helps establish it, keep it, and obviously they can continue to grow from there, not just buying a car, but maybe a personal business or whatever else they want to do financially. From okay to unstoppable, right? Being a finance leader versus a finance manager. We've got a lot of okay finance managers. We might even have a lot of good finance managers, but it's hard to find an elite one, an unstoppable one. One thing that comes from that, it's right here, man. Compare the paths, right? One great finance manager could call it in. They could hit the basic numbers. They could, contract the deal, submit it in for funding, and then do whatever they need to do throughout the rest of the day. On the other hand, right, the actual architect path, we can commit to mastery. What does that mean? When I'm calling that lender, I'm not just asking, hey, can I do another point or can I get an extra 3 months? I'm showing them the data on why it makes sense and how the risk does not rise for that lending institution. It's all risk versus reward with these lending institutions and these credit unions, right? We need to break down the data and say, this is why they need a $2,700 VSC instead of a $1,500. This is why I need $8,000 in back end instead of the $4,000 that you were allotting, because the customer needs the gap. It's going to protect you, the customer, and myself. It's benefiting all parties, right? So having that educated discussion with these lenders is crucial. Being on the same page, understanding that we can all win. It's all part of it, right? So committing to that mastery, not taking no for an answer, getting what we can on that call and moving forward. Once we get one thing, it's easier to get the next and the next with that lender, right? That shows that we're creating relationships, not just transactions. The next one, transforming deals. Taking a deal that was a skinny margin deal that we were fighting everything we could to get a 10-year-old vehicle approved on 48 months at a high percentage, and showing we've got lenders that are going to battle against it. We've got our own personal credit unions that maybe that customer doesn't have direct lending with. We have indirect lending with. They're able to stretch out a little bit further. We had UK credit union that would do 84 months, even on like a 7 or 8 year vehicle. So we've got different ins and outs where we can, as finance people, transform that deal from what it was when it was given to us to what it should be when it leaves the office. Not just getting the deal, spinning the paper, collecting what the front end had gathered, but also what are we doing to transform that deal? What kind of conversations are we having to transform that, right? Commanding respect, not only from the lender, not only from the bank, but from the customer as well. We are the educator. We are the professor. We are the doctor, however you want to put it, right? Customers, whether you believe it or not, look up to you. They look for you for information. We do this every day. Most of us do it 60, 70, 100 times in a month. These people do it every 3 to 5 years, maybe every 6 months, every now and then, right? But they're not as educated or informed as we are. So understanding, have a backbone, command the respect, have the confidence, and become a finance leader. That's what it's all about, right? We're here to lead our people. We're here to make not only the deal profitable, but to set us up for the future, to gain that legacy of a customer, right? We don't just want a transaction. We want to create a legacy with that customer. It all starts with, are you a leader? Are you a manager? And how are we going to continue to transform our dealership? Let's roll.